Hello Sagittarius, what's up, what's good, what's going on? So I want to tap in and check out this full moon in Capricorn energy, see how it's affecting the Sagittarius ninth house collective. So guys, this is going to be a full moon in Capricorn reading for Sagittarius. This is going to be for your sun, moon, rising, north node, Venus, as well as any of your ninth house placements, okay? Very significant messages here on the Manjula Awakening for that ninth house. And then so the Moonology message that we have is nothing is yet set in stone. I do believe I will read that one to you. Nothing is set in stone, and spirit, this full moon energy is giving you the opportunity to make room to make some adjustments, because nothing is set in stone. And I feel like that these adjustments have a lot to do with you actually accepting and embracing who you are. There's something about this full moon that's saying a lot about clearing of the karmic energy, and clearing that up, because you're going to be put in a position to help others that are struggling with this exact same karmic lesson here. So this is about sowing the things that you wish to reap in return. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling from that. I wasn't going to use that deck right now. Let's see. There is a lot about this full moon in Capricorn energy. It really does speak about getting in alignment with the lifestyle that which you truly desire. And it also really speaks about clearing up any of the energy around you so that you can get on your life path. So I'm going to use this deck here and see if any of these green cards come out, because those are the life purpose, life path cards. But let's just see. Absolutely. First one out. Going after your heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. And at the bottom of the deck, it's top and bottom, green card. Wow. We have strength here. It says everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. And then counseling. Oh, I see where we're going here. And then it says you heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. At the bottom of the deck behind strength, we had unrequited love. So I definitely feel like that this is about feeling like you have just that. It's like you've always been at this crossroads, and it's always brought you to a place of unrequited love. But there's something about it being healed internally, and this bringing you into a new group of people that you're actually going to help heal. Like your words are going to guide this journey. That's beautiful energy here. Beautiful, especially for this full moon in Capricorn energy. All right, Spirit, so this is for Sag. Let's see what's going on. Sagittarius ninth house collective. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Now, we do have nothing is yet set in stone. That is a mutable moon. Like I said, I will read it to you once I get all the oracles out here. We have the law of immortality. Time is only of the essence for your full expression. Love it, says the law of correlation. Absolutely. This is understanding that everything has played out. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. That's this law of correlation. This is understanding that witnessing the boomerang effect of your beliefs and your actions. What you believe is what you can achieve. What you think is what you attract, right? So let's go ahead and slow down a second for your girl. I'm going to read this moon here. Bear with me, guys. Okay. There we go. So the mutable is all about change, shape-shifting. Even that sometimes is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing, and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalization. Adjustments are required. That's why I was holding that up. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means that you can still change the course You can still change the course of the outcome. However, there is a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For sure, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is yet set in stone. In astrology, there are three so-called quadruplics. I don't know what that word is, but it's cardinal, fixed, and mutables. The mutable signs are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. And when the moon is in one of these signs, you know there is going to be more flexibility in a situation. Anytime you pull this card, it suggests there's the opportunity to keep visualizing and affirming what you want, as there's still room for change. So think about what you want and enjoy the daydream. So that's really I feel like that you're setting the course, but I feel like that this is requiring you to shift your perspective. I do feel like that there is something about you shifting your perspective so that you can step into the spotlight and really showcase who the divine has intended for you to be. Now, as I was meditating over this energy earlier, there were two activities that crossed my mind. I feel the need that the full moon in Capricorn is on July the 3rd. Excuse me, guys. And I feel like that there's a need between now, I'm recording this on Saturday, July the 1st. I feel like that there's a need to ask ourselves, who am I? Reflect and contemplate, meditate on this deeply, and take an internal assessment of that. And then there's a need to really be honest with yourself and release that burn that and release that under this full moon. I feel like that allows you to set yourself free of an expectation that maybe you've been trying to hold up to for far too long. There was also this energy that I was feeling in meditation about making amends in areas. And I'm not just talking about calling, your sister that you haven't spoke to in 10 years or whatever the case like that. I'm not saying that. Not just that. But also in any areas of your life, if you have a couple of dollars to spare, begin to pay off these debts. I feel like that by paying off these debts, you're opening yourself up for blessings to begin to pour in. And I feel like that these blessings are going to appear to you in small, subtle ways. And it's almost simultaneously, as you make an amends here, there's a blessing that comes in immediately afterwards. And for some of you all, I am hearing that, you may be short somewhere and a friend might, a stranger, whatever the case may be, and might just actually be like, don't hold yourself back from this. I got you. And look out for you. You know what I'm saying? So just be aware of that under this Capricorn full moon energy. Let's jump in with the tarot and see what's really going. Actually, Spirit is drawing me in for two more oracles. All right, Spirit. What's good for Sagittarius under this full moon and Capricorn? What's the message here? Thank you, Spirit. Practice self-compassion. Absolutely. Absolutely. See yourself with loving kindness. Acknowledge your growth as an empath and honor the person you have become. Everything that you have endured has been for purpose. And once you begin to see purpose in everything, I'm talking about everything down to that hit when someone rear ends you because they're on their cell phone. There's a purpose in that, and it's high time for the Sagittarius Ninth House Collective to begin to find the purpose in that, so that we can begin to progress forward as the ones that are, because the Sagittarian collectives, they are the expansion. That ninth house, it's all about expansion energy, and so it's like Sagittarius is kind of ordained the responsibility of leading things on and expanding people's awareness and knowledge of things, right? So you are better equipped to do so if you can find purpose in all of your life experiences here. Yeah, and then there's your body, which is ironic. Well, yes, it's very ironic, right? I guess. Written in the stars. Nourish your body is at the bottom of the deck. And I had wrote in my meditation notes that there was a need to seek a healthier routine. This full moon in Capricorn is urging the Sagittarius collective, or at least a portion of the Sagittarius collective, to begin to incorporate a more healthier routine in your lifestyle. And this could be from, incorporating maybe a multivitamin, or incorporating a green drink, or incorporating a daily run, or incorporating a volunteer activity where you volunteer somewhere in your community in a meaningful way, and not just do it once, but make it part of your routine. There's something about getting yourself on a healthier routine and making sure that this healthier routine does do something to provide service in one way or another. This is for Sagittarius. Full moon in Capricorn messages, please. Full moon in Capricorn messages. Clear, concise messages, please. Thank you, Spirit. So we have South Node. So I feel like that there's some releasing of a past perception. I do. And I feel like that this past perception is the one thing that is preventing you from seeing yourself in a high vibe. Source, sun, absolutely. There's definitely a need to shine a light on some things that took place in the past. And I feel like that there were things that took place in the past. Not only do they take place in like this dark space in your life, but they took place in the dark. Right? So now in this season of your life, I do feel like that you're shining your own light more brightly. So with that natural ability that no one can absolutely take away from you unless you give them permission, it's time to begin to review and reflect back on the past with a brighter perspective, so that you can begin to see things from a different perspective, so that it can be of service to you and those around you. Yeah, third house. And I feel like that it's going to help it'll help with the way that you're communicating. Because for a few Sagittariuses, I do have that there's this very agitated, defensive style of communication that has been affecting you on your journey forward, for sure. So there is a need to investigate the way that you're communicating, and you're gonna be given that space and opportunity under this full moon in Capricorn, but it does require you to utilize it. That's part of the adjustment that is required here, Sag. All right, let's jump in with the tarot. Guys, if you're still with me 12 minutes in and you're resonating, we would absolutely appreciate that thumbs up down below. All right, Spirit. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius under this full moon in Capricorn energy. Happening July the 3rd. Or just whenever definitely something to do with this moon. There could be some... Okay, so in the past, where there could have been some less than honorable things, some deception taking place, right? This could be you being deceptive, self-deceptive. This could be you telling small white lies. This could be someone around you that kind of made matters worse for you by being deceptive and telling lies, or whatever the case may be. But there's definitely an illusion. There's definitely something that is not true that is coming to light under this full moon. I do feel like that this is eclipsing out. Yes, thank you, Spirit. I feel like that this is something that could possibly be eclipsing out under this full moon in Capricorn, with the moon coming out in the tarot card and the sun card at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like that with some reflecting on the past, I do feel like that this is going to allow something to completely eclipse out of your life, and this will allow for actual progress to happen instead of this false illusion of progress. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, the Chariot card, this is letting me know that there is an opportunity to overcome some obstacles. There's a situation going on in your life right now where you kind of feel like that it's like this is it. I'm done. And even if it's done, it's still there's let's just say this is a cake that we've baked a little longer than the recipe called for. This cake is still edible. Okay, so there's still something that is salvageable inside of this recipe. But in order for you to salvage the pieces that can be salvaged out of it, like maybe you can't, instead of having a whole cake, maybe now you have to cut off the edges and make a shaped cake or something like that. Those are the adjustments. You know what I'm saying? So it's something along those lines. It's really what I'm feeling. But I do feel like that you're being afforded the space and opportunity to overcome some obstacles inside of a situation where it's like there's always this illusion that progress is being made, but then it's like you hit a brick wall, or you are thrown back a couple of steps. But I feel like that actual progress can be made here, guys. Let's keep moving. What else does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? Thank you. The Five of Pentacles here with the universe. So I do feel like that something in an area where there were some limitations, I do feel like that these limitations are beginning to expand. But I feel like that these limitations are being expanded because of that new perception, okay? There's something here really hammering in about that new perception here. The Judgment in the universe is here with the Ten of Cups beyond that, which is labeled culmination in this deck. So this is called emergence and then expansion. So I do feel like that it's just been a long time coming. Something has been coming up to a culmination for a long time. And I do feel like that if the review is done properly and there's some compassion given to yourself and to your circumstances, and you see how this circumstances have built your character, then I do feel like that, like you are going into a brand new cycle, like not just the moon cycle. Okay, I feel like that your life is getting the opportunity to transition into a brand new cycle. Now this isn't handed to you on a silver platter. You're still going to have to put in work in this new cycle, but I don't feel like that you're going to be facing the same limitations as you've just faced in your previous cycle. All right, Spirit, what's going on here? Anything else, Sag? Okay. So we got the Nine of Hearts, or the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Here we have the Eight of Swords, Eight of Angels. This is called Confusion. We have the Hermit card, Contemplation, the Retreat. We also have the Star card and the Page of Cups. I absolutely love this, Sag. I do. I love this on the basis of physical progress is seen on the board. In the cards. And I also love to see so many major arcanas here in this reading with such a deep dive of a message. Like I feel like that this full moon is going to require the notebook, the tissue box, and that self-compassion. But I do feel like that there is some that's gonna, like, damn, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I didn't mean to come off that way. I do feel like that there's something of that sort that is going to be revealed under this moon cycle. But I feel like that this is really allowing you to see where this thought process, this storyline, or this, whatever the case may be, it has kept you in a confused state of mind. And so I feel like this is a time to really contemplate and really review this and heal this. And this is going to allow you, I feel like that where you've been in a place of despair, I feel like that this is going to allow you to really set, dip your toes in this newfound sense of hope. And it's going to awaken a brand new side of your innocence inside of you that you had locked away for so long. So I'm not finished, Sag. I know this is a longer message, but I feel like that this full moon in Capricorn is going to be very powerful for us Sagittarius 9th house collectives that are willing to do the healing. But let's get a surrender message. Let's see if there's anything else. Spirit, this is what could be surrendered under this full moon in Capricorn. What can be surrendered for this Sagittarius 9th house collective? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, surrender your need to always be right. It says, give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflict and improve your relationships. And surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So this is telling me here that under this full moon in Capricorn, review the areas where you might be at a deadlock with someone over something that is small. And even if you see it from a bigger picture, I'm going to break this down with an example in just a second. But even if you see it as a bigger deal than what is being perceived, instead of trying to force someone to be wrong, maybe there's a need to ask yourself, are you making your perspective clear? And how can you make your perspective clear without being so combative or so rigid on your stance? As you are trying to get someone to hear your perspective, are you given the same willingness to hear their perspective as well? And when you're hearing out someone's perspective, on the healing journey, it does have to be done from this place of openness, because on the healing journey, it does require us to be on this journey with openness and oneness. And so with openness, it allows us to see other people's perspective without forcing them to be wrong just because they see things differently than we see them. So that could be an issue here under this full moon as well. Yes, surrender your ego. So there's definitely a power struggle here that I feel like you're having with someone, and there is an opportunity. Nothing is yet set in stone in that situation where there's a power struggle. There is an opportunity to clear things up and to see things, to get on the same page. Even if you don't agree with everything, there's still an opportunity to get on the same page. But I feel like that the reason you're being asked to review the past as it pertains to this situation is because you have to be willing to see where maybe you're doing someone some way that people in your past did you, and you just kind of took it and normalized it and squashed down something very valuable inside of yourself. And this person here, you are squashing this person down, and the divine isn't necessarily striking you down because of that, but the divine is using that as a lesson for you to see where you were struck down at in the past, and so that you can go back and build yourself up in that situation so that you're able to be of service to other people. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's pretty much it. This was a pretty nice message. I hope that this message offered you all some guidance on your journey. If this message did, we would absolutely appreciate a thumbs up down below. It does help circulate these messages to other people in need. Y'all, we have been out in the fields. We have been eating up. Let's see, Archangel Michael. Yeah, it's time to make a decision here. This card wanted to stay behind. You and your loved ones are safe. They want you to know that whatever this situation is for you, Sagittarius, you and your loved ones are safe under this time. So there's a need to release the fear and the worry surrounding that. The angels are on top of it, especially Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael is also here asking you, in your decisions, are you prioritizing other people? Are you prioritizing yourself in this situation? There's some reflecting that needs to be done on that. And here's the thing. Accept divine guidance here in this situation, because it is here for you, but you do have to open up and receive it here. Because you do deserve to prioritize yourself. We got to stop prioritizing everyone and everything around us without doing ourselves a favor as well. Okay, and then there's something about divine timing, and there's a need to be patient right now, and the patience is giving you the time to do that reflecting. So Sagittarius, I think I am going to leave this message here. The spirit is calling me into another deck. Let's see what kind of ritual we can get for this full moon. Guys, now it may not fall out that it's a full moon ritual, but if it falls out here, it's saying that it could be of service to us during this energy. So don't delay the ritual if you do participate in that kind of activity. All right, Spirit. So what is the best ritual here for this Sagittarius 9th House Collective under this full moon in Capricorn energy? Thank you, Spirit. So we have elemental magic, wind. Is there a flipper? No. Okay. It says wind is a hair binder, a hair binger for change. There was multiples. That's why Spirit said multiples. Okay. Ooh, we got a Saturday sanctuary spell, so I'm definitely releasing this today. Let me get back to this. The west wind is especially potent for healing, while the south wind is known to bring new beginnings. You can carry this powerful instrument with you wherever you go by capturing the wind in a white cloth bag while standing facing the wind. Say this: Brother Wind, around us you blow. All that is said in this life, with you go. After the storm, I stand in the rain. I thank you now for all that I gain. With harm to none, this spell is begun. Tie the bag with a blue ribbon. Whenever you see a situation that could use a change for the better, you can pour forth some of the wind of positive change. Beautiful. I'm going to put this up there if you want to screenshot it for later references, but that's definitely something to take into consideration. I think I'll be doing that tonight myself. But we also have the Saturday sanctuary spell. So let's see. It says to anoint your home in a sacred space, as a sacred space, and protect you from harm. Rub any one of the following essential oils, undiluted, on the front door at the top and bottom: cinnamon, clove, cypress, dragon blood, or frankincense. Walk through the door and close it securely. Take the remaining essential oil and anoint every other door and window. At the witching hour of midnight, light anointed white candles and place them in every doorway and windowsill. You have now secured your home with the power of magic. Alright, Sagittarius, my children are losing it, so let me go check that out. I hope that this message offered you some guidance on your journey. I actually have faith that someone was able to find some guidance in this message. And in all that we say and in all that we do moving forward, guys, let's choose peace. I absolutely love you, Sagittarius, and I'm sending you a bunch of love and light.